Now, Lydia Janke uploaded a picture to Instagram following a hike up a Queensland mountain.
Now, the pic was reposted by Lorna Jane, but months later, Lydia discovered the image features on a range of the Lorna Jane clothing. She is now taking legal action. Lorna Jane says it is in negotiations with Lydia. So what are your rights when you post photos online? Joining us now, solicitor Paul Brennan and tech expert Val Quinn from The Gadget Guy. Morning, gents. Paul, when it comes to social media, what rights do people have in regards to copyright?
Well, look, you have all your usual rights. The law of copyright is very powerful. It protects your artistic work, such as photographs. It protects your literary work, such as books. And it will do that however lousy they are, which, I don't know about David, but it really suits me.
OK. So, all right, that's from big companies, sort of like Lorna Jane doing this. What about, you know how every couple of months you get from Google and Apple and all of those, all these, we changed our conditions, click agree, and you try to read them and it's about 84 pages of legal speak. Do Instagram, Facebook own any photos that we post on those platforms?
No, well, I think that it all depends on the terms and conditions, but as far as Instagram's concerned, they don't own them, but what you do is you give them a license to use them, and so and that's fairly extensive for them, but for other people it would be much more limited, and the law of copyright would apply to it. You just can't take someone's photograph and and use it.
So is the line, if a company is making money out of your photo, can they use it to sort of repost, or is it if they're making cash out of you?
No, it's copying. So therefore, it's a law of copyright. So if you copy someone else's copyright work, that's a copyright infringement. But it goes further. If you actually sort of make money and sell it, that's a copyright infringement too.
Okay. So, in a nutshell, businesses can't own your photo, neither can Facebook or Instagram or any social platform.
Oh, they can own it. It's very, very easy to assign your photograph, and some licenses are so extensive, it's like owning it. So it all depends what the license terms say, but Instagram, you know, it's a fairly well-known company. The terms are fairly standard. The interesting thing here is that what people tend to say is when they're caught using something that belongs to someone else, they tend to say that it's implied. It was an implied license, meaning through your actions, putting it up onto the internet, we thought that we had the right to use it.
Right. We gave you permission.
Right. Okay, Val, what should people do to protect their posts online?
Well, there's a few easy things, thankfully. I mean, the first one I suggest is watermark your photo. So that's putting your own personal signature on a photo, so if it's used elsewhere.
How do you do that?
Well, there's apps that you can get, like there's iWatermark or Easy Watermark or A+ Signature that, you know, they're a couple of bucks, and basically they just easily put your sort of stamp or signature on the photos. The second one is, in the case of Instagram, you can set your viewing to private, so really you're only sharing photos with people that are your friends or approved followers, so you don't kind of broadcast your photos to the world. Right. And lastly, you can just use Instagram or Facebook to report copyright infringements that you see. And I guess the last one is, if you want to kind of have a look out there and see who might have used your photos, you can drag a photo into Google and do a Google image search and see where it pops up. I don't know, maybe that might not be the best thing to do because you might find that it's been used the wrong way, but that's just another quick way of checking.
Yeah, but
that's a good tip.
That's what's happened in the Lorna Jane case, really. I mean, she's found it and now she's in the middle of legal action.
So you can do a watermark like, you know, sometimes we show on news footage, 7 exclusive across it. You can do your own.
Yep, that's right. So I hope Mark Beretta's listening. You can do a watermark, you know, you can put his signature on it, and then people will and the thing is to put it close to the center.
Yeah, people are going to want to steal them in the first place. Sorry, Brett. Oh. Love you. Now, thank you very much. Interesting.
It is interesting.
We're going to hear more about this. You can tell, can't you? Thanks very much, Paul and Val.